Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Ball Player's Guide, your guide to everything baseball related. Today, we're going to talk about the current state of the Minnesota Twins because we've been gone for a while. Life got in the way. Sorry about it. Um, and you haven't missed much because the Twins are bad. And we're going to talk about all the bad, some of the good, because there is some good there, and then what we can kind of expect from the future. Um, but first things first, should we talk about the moves that we heard today? Um, Wallner, it wasn't
Well,
today. That was the other day. Wallner was sent down. Lewis got sent down today, which, if you look at his stats, he was hitting not good, is my assessment. 163 batting average, 261 on base, 279 slug for a 539 OPS, 51 OPS plus. That is really bad. Twins finally pulled the trigger, sent him down, and then in response, called up Orlando Arcia to take his place instead of Kalen Culpepper. Where do you guys want to start?
I'm gonna touch on Walner and Lewis here quickly. I think it's just the same conversation with both of them. I think in both cases they took too long. I think like in both cases I think this could have happened a week or two ago. Like just watching, I mean, both of their at bats was just so painful. Like both they were, you could easily tell that they were both lost. Didn't seem to be much of a plan. I mean, I'm not looking too much into mechanics and all that kind of stuff, but it just looked like something was off. Just with timing and everything. It just didn't seem like anything was going right for either of them. So I think a reset was needed. Uh, Sent both of them to AAA. I almost wondered, like, I was listening to another Twins podcast, and I think like I almost thought like they would go the Sano route with Royce Lewis. Like it was that bad where I'm like, go to Fort Myers, do a complete like everything needs to change because he will look so lost the last couple days. Like this last like 2 or 3 game stretch, he just looked so lost. Like he couldn't like it was brutal to watch. So I was kind of curious what they would do with that, but they sent them both to AAA. I don't know how much that's going to help him because I think his confidence is gone. So it'll be interesting to see, how the both of them are going to come back because I don't know how many more chances either of them are going to get to be a twin. Because if you're looking to next year, like they're kind of fighting to even be in the conversation for a spot, so they're going to have to turn things around quick.
Go ahead,
Yeah, I
Joe.
just want to know what what's happened between 2023 to now for both of them, as far as whether it's mechanics or a swing or stance adjustment they made. Like what has is it just like the energy, the vibes? Like does that just bring them down and they just aren't able to pull themselves out of it? Like because Royce, it's been like a 2.5 year long thing now almost. And I don't know, his swing doesn't look even close to the same as it did
Well,
a
last year he
couple
was
years
doing
ago.
that weird like stride, then stride again thing,
Hmm.
Mhm.
which when has that ever been taught
Yeah.
in baseball?
Guys,
It's
guys, he
stride
doesn't slump
twice.
though. He doesn't slump. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, this is just what he is, I guess.
Like
Um,
even he finishes his swing with one hand on the bat now too. Like he when he was playing in the playoffs a few years ago, if you watch it back, I'm pretty sure he was finishing with both hands on the bat all the way through.
Hmm.
So now I'm wondering, does he have a hand issue that he can't keep that top hand on the bat anymore when he's swinging? And half the time when he's going for an outside pitch, it looks like he's like halfway leaned over and just trying to flick at it, and not even get a barrel to it, just make contact with it a little bit. So I don't know if there's still a leg thing bothering him that he can't extend all the way, or what the deal is, but something something's changed with him mechanically since 2023, and whatever it was, he just needs to go back to stop listening to whatever hitting coach he went to this offseason, he hired a personal one, and that clearly did nothing. So I don't know. I did hear another thing about the revolving door of hitting coaches the Twins have had over the last even 3, 4 years alone. That could help, like, be an issue with not having one plan and just having to hear a different voice every year. And I'm sure he's hearing something different from every single one of them. So,
Remember when Twins fans hated David Popkins, but now he's the Blue
mhm,
Jays hitting coach, and the Blue Jays are a really good baseball. Well, I mean,
mhm.
maybe not as good last year, but last year, really good baseball team, really good offense.
Put the
So,
ball in play, didn't strike out.
yeah.
Yep, I remember
Hmm.
that. Just for reference, Wallner's stats, 167 average, which he's never been an average guy, but he's got 259 on base, 292 slug out of Wallner for a 551 OPS. That's a 54 OPS plus. And that combined with his defense is a negative 1.3 WAR. Um, I think you could have argued that both of these moves could have been made like a month
Yep.
ago.
Mhm.
I mean, if we're being serious. And I don't know if you guys caught it. It was a couple weeks ago on the broadcast. They mentioned something about Royce, like always like looking over his shoulder, like worried if he's gonna like find like have a spot. Like there's always someone like
Mhm.
coming for it too. And I heard it was Audra reported on it, and it's like something really weird. Like I was like when she said that, and like we're talking about that, like that kind of like rung something for me, like in the back of my head, like kind of like alarm bells. I was like, something is like not right here.
Mhm.
Like that's just something weird to hear from your superstar. Like you shouldn't be looking over your shoulder. It was just weird.
Yeah, I think it's like a really weird. Like my theory with Royce is first of all, kind of what you were talking about earlier, Joe. Like I think he has like his health issues have kind of caught up with him.
Mhm.
Like I think something with his leg or whatever it is. Like I just don't think he's himself like health wise, and I don't even know if we'll ever get back to what he was. He's just been so hurt. But I think the other part to it, Ryan, that you're kind of talking about too, is like part of it's on Royce, and I think a big part of it's on Royce. Like, I don't know how mature he is, or he's obviously lost some confidence, and there's a lot of things as a Major League Baseball player you got to figure out for yourself. But at the same time, like, does he have the support system in the organization, and did the organization fail him a little bit? Like who can he go to right now? Like that's done it before, that can get who on the roster? Who's that guy on the roster right now?
just just Buxton,
It,
I
it would
think.
be it
Buxton
would
and
be Buxton.
Buxton's just really not a vocal guy
Yeah.
and a vocal leader like that. And I
Right.
think I was listening uh to a podcast earlier today where Trevor Plouffe was like when he was coming up, like Justin Morneau was his guy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like basically was the reason that he was like I just don't know if they have like even in the organization because I mean Morneau does the broadcast, so I don't think he wants to be as involved with kind of mentoring players and stuff. But I just feel like they've kind of lost a lot of that in the organization. Like Torrey Hunter won't even like he's what is he, the Angels bench coach right now or something? Like he's not even really associated with the Twins organization anymore, which is unfortunate. There's just a lot of cases of that where you'd think there's something wrong in the organization when it comes to that. Now, obviously, Royce shoulders a lot of the blame still, but like it kind of makes you wonder if they're failing him a little bit and if there's some sort of organizational problem because you see it time after time with a Wallner, Lewis, Julian, Miranda. Like you can just list off like Miguel Sano, who I talked about earlier. You can just list off a bunch of players and it's the same thing.
Well, you can even make that case for Buxton right when he first came
Yeah, he was
up. It was
bad
like
for a while.
he was
Yeah,
really bad, and then everyone was like they rushed him. They like they didn't like that was the thing around Buxton, the conversation. They were like the Twins like did him wrong, and then I think Buxton like said, "Screw it, I'll do it myself."
yeah,
And he's just like, "I'm gonna be good." And I think he kind of obviously I have no insight on this, but it kind of felt like he was like, "Screw you guys, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna do
yeah.
my own thing, and I'm gonna be good again. Like I'm not gonna listen to what you guys are telling me." It's kind of the vibes I got. Like I'm just looking at their roster right now on the offensive side. Who is their vocal leader? Jeffers?
who's really can't do
Yeah.
much now. But yeah, I
Because it's not Cody Clemens. Keisha's only 23. I could see him being that guy, but not yet. Brooks Lee is not vocal. Royce, I mean, you don't want to hear what he has to say right now. Larnick, he's not vocal. I maybe sneaky, but I couldn't see it. We already talked about Buck. Josh Bell seems really quiet. Caratini, we already like they don't have that like vocal guy, at least from the outside. So I don't know what they're I don't know who it is.
yeah, and like you can point and say Correa was that guy, but
Yeah, that
he
worked
was
well.
also best friends with Miranda, and they were working out together. They were like all winter. I think Miranda spent a winter with him, and they worked together on everything. And
Do you
Miranda
know
still wasn't good.
who
So
worked out with Carlos Correa this last offseason?
Royce.
Bryce Lewis.
Hmm.
Maybe we just stop that. Maybe we don't hang out with Carlos Correa.
Never been a
Crazy.
Correa pod. Never.
Never have been, never will be a
No.
Correa pod. Um, Anything else on Walner and Lewis?
Sad, but figure it out.
I
We
do
want to
want
see
to
you up
do,
here hitting
yeah,
homers.
that'd be nice. I do want to do a dive into Royce's mechanics at some point just to see like what changed from like 22, 23 to now because it has to be so different.
Have you
Hmm.
seen? I saw a video on Twitter the other day. It was just like over the last month, like all the things he's tried like in games where it was like dated like oh like May 16th he was doing like a big leg kick and then like a week earlier like so he's like battling like he's trying everything but it's just not like he's tried to maybe it's too much and he's just got to stick with something but like he's been searching for it.
I mean,
I should see if I can find that video but
and as a baseball player, I think we can all relate to that. Just like give me something that works, like anything. I don't care what it is. Um, Over to the pitching side, I want to talk about a couple of things there. First, let's talk about the bullpen because our longtime nemesis, our war, our Hitler is dead. Justin Topa is DFA'd. He is no longer a Minnesota Twin. We did it, guys. We survived the Justin Topa Twins era. So now the bullpen looks like this. Your closers, according to
nah.
Fangraphs, are Eric Orzi, Taylor Rogers, and Luis Garcia. You also have Andrew Morris, Anthony Bandis kicking around down there. Yoendris Gomez, Travis Adams, and Fangraphs has Simeon Woods Richardson now in the long relief role. Um, this bullpen is bad, really bad, and we knew that from the jump. But just to kind of put it in perspective here, they're 28th in ERA, 29th in WHIP. They're 25th in walks per nine, 29th in Ks per nine, 30th in hits per nine, but eighth in home runs per nine. We're not giving up the long ball. We're just walking and giving up hits to everybody else. This bullpen is atrocious, and that's on the back of a starting pitching rotation that is seventh in ERA, eighth in WHIP, 10th in walks per nine, 24th in K per nine. But I mean, like you got Bailey Ober and Simeon Woods Richardson in there. They're not going to strike people out. Eighth in hits per nine, 10th in home runs per nine. We have a good rotation. This bullpen is like watching it day after day is almost historically bad. It's disgusting.
Can you guys name the lead well everyone that's gotten a save this year for the Twins and who is leading them?
I did just look at it. It's
Yeah.
Topa and Luis Garcia both
Yep.
have two for the
Yep.
lead.
That's
Everyone,
pathetic.
everyone that's gotten a save has to be like Sands, Funderburk. Who else has been in there?
Rogers.
Orzi,
Rogers and Orzi have one. Yep.
Rogers.
You're
Does
just missing one. Or no, you're missing two.
Zach Kent, does he have one?
Nope.
Lawyerson?
Yep.
Yeah,
You got
he
one
got the
early.
first one, I think.
Yeah.
I knew it was one of those two chuckle, whatever. There's one more.
Recent acquisition.
No injuries?
Yep.
Hmm.
So
Getting
like
getting the job done, twirling the
That's
pill.
disgusting.
so like if you
Oh,
not even that
that's
sure
so
Anthony
bad.
Dominguez has been good for the White Sox, but like at least they went out and they got somebody that they can like throw back there like and have like high leverage innings. And that's honestly the difference between the White Sox and the Twins this year is I mean the White Sox offense has actually been a lot better than expected, obviously with a couple other signings and Colson Montgomery has kind of made that next step too, but I don't know, like you almost wonder like the Josh Bell signing and the Caratini signings looking back, are you just like should they have just allocated that towards a couple bullpen guys like between Clemens and Sabato and like all those guys, could you figured it out at first base? I mean, Caratini was obviously good insurance now that Jeffress is hurt, but you almost wonder a little bit.
I have Alex Jackson,
Yeah.
stud,
Yeah.
my backup catcher. Um,
Oh,
yeah, I mean, like you could have easily found decent arms for that amount of money. I mean, I don't know if they would have lit the world on fire, but I mean, they would have had quality pitchers that would have thrown decent innings.
well, they have guys in AAA, but they're refusing to call them up and they keep exercising their opt-outs. We just saw it with Matt Bowman and John Brebbia the other day. They're no longer Twins because they didn't call them up.
I
And
didn't
they
see
keep
that.
choosing these random people like
Luis
Zach Kent
Garcia,
and Cody and Luis Garcia to
who,
pitch those innings.
Yeah, see, I'm not a fan like of the Luis Garcia like still
No.
getting innings. Like he's
whoa,
how old is he?
you're not a
Uh,
fan of a 39-year-old Luis Garcia who's
yeah,
posted a negative point 0.4 WAR in 9 games with a
right.
10.38, a 10 ERA. And
Wouldn't
he's
you
closing
rather?
games for your Minnesota Twins with a
But
10
like
ERA in eight
in my
innings.
mind, like if your bullpen's gonna suck already, and they've already missed on some guys, wouldn't you just like just sit on the waiver wire and pick up those random, maybe younger guys that that you believe you can fix in your lab or something? Like why would like you know what Luis Garcia is? Like he's not gonna be good for you. Like
Why is
he
Cody Funderburg not in the major leagues right now?
Because he walked too many people.
He has a 2.81 ERA.
Correct.
That's the best ERA in the bullpen from someone not named Kendry Rojas.
Who started the other day, so I don't even know if we can count him anymore.
Great. Awesome. Just add
I was
that to our list
also
of problems.
I was also upset because I heard Sim the day they announced he was not starting and going to the bullpen, he refused to talk to the media about it. Like the media tried to track him down in the dugout and he said, "No guys, I'm not doing it today." He
that's
better have been just so embarrassed at himself because if he thinks that he's this mighty pitcher that doesn't have to do that because he got kicked to the bullpen because he's been hot garbage,
Do you know his
that's
record?
ridiculous. He's 0-6.
He's 0-6 with a negative 1.1 WAR and a 7.5 ERA in
Yeah,
43 innings.
I actually to what you were talking about, Joe. I actually kind of like that. Like he should be pissed. Like I hope
at
it's like
himself.
yes,
At
exactly.
himself.
Like I hope
Yes.
it's like I
Yes.
need to be better.
Yes.
Then
I like
say
He
that though. Stand up, be a
yes.
man, and be like, yeah,
ah.
Yeah.
my bad, I'm ass.
Yeah. I haven't figured it out. No,
Hand
guys, I'm just
up,
not going to talk to you guys today. No.
hand up, on God, I'm ass. That's all he had to say. That's all I needed to
Hey,
hear him say.
he's got like four scoreless outings in a row, including tonight. So that
Congratulations.
ERA is now down sub 6 or sub 7, maybe. I don't know. I saw it today, but I don't remember.
Um,
Corey Provis said 6-7, 6-9 on the broadcast today, and I chuckled, and I shouldn't have.
I missed that. That's awesome. Um, I mean, yeah, I'm done talking about this bullpen. You know who I do feel bad for in this bullpen is Andrew Morris. because Derek Shelton just keeps running them out there for 2 to 3 innings at a time. And he has one good inning, and then he has one inning where he just kind of falls face first in the dirt,
Yeah.
eats it, and then Derek Shelton's like, "Sorry, buddy, you can throw 50 pitches. Go get it."
I'm fine with him being a 2 or 3 inning guy, but like why is like it got to a point where he was in like high leverage spots. I'm like
Yeah.
in no way should he be in like pitching any high leverage situation.
I'm
Like
fine
it
with him
shouldn't happen.
doing 3 innings, but do
Yeah.
innings four, five, six,
Mhm.
right? Five, six, seven, right? We don't need him doing 2 inning saves against the Toronto
Correct.
Blue Jays or whoever he's pitching against. Like, that's not going to work for a 24-year-old kid 12 games into his major league career. Like, that's just not, that's how to ruin a kid.
Travis Adams pitched the back end of tonight's game. He got the eighth and the ninth. Did
And how that,
well. He did well, but
congratulations.
Twins just couldn't hit.
Do you guys want me to go positive for a little bit?
Yeah,
No,
sure.
because I want to talk about
Oh,
Warren real quick.
Oh.
no, I lied. Never mind. We're just strictly upset today.
I have things to say and I'm going to say them. I
Good.
don't understand the thought process of Derek Shelton and how he uses his pitchers.
I
Because there's one day where Eric Orsi will be the first guy out of the bullpen in the fifth inning after Simeon Woods Richardson gives up 6 runs. And then the next night, he's closing games against like the best team in baseball. Like, if he's your high leverage guy, he's your high leverage. Don't use him in the fifth inning. That's when you send Andrew Morris out there when you're losing by 6 runs in the fifth inning, right? That's when you send Travis Adams or some like one of these young kids. Go get him, buddy. You save your supposed high leverage guys like Taylor Rogers and Eric Orsi for the end of the games.
so my thought on that is I don't blame Shelton for anything on his pitching decisions because I don't think he has one person in that bullpen that he can trust in high leverage. So I think he's just like I
But
don't know. I'm gonna piece it
Orsi,
together somehow. So I don't know. Like it's hard for me to nitpick at anything because the bullpen is that bad.
the two
Like
people that he
I can't
can
even like there's nobody that I would trust.
that is
Nobody.
very fair. There's two people that he can trust, and that's Orsi and Rogers right now, who they both have sub 4 ERAs, which is crazy that that's what we're saying. That those
Yeah,
are the people
I
you can
mean
trust. But like if
eh,
you're losing by like 5 runs in the sixth inning, don't run out your high leverage guys. That's when
but
you
like
throw Luis
yeah.
Garcia out there.
It's
Go get a
also
monk.
tough because like it's tough to look at ERA for bullpen guys too because like Taylor Rogers has looked a little bit better lately, but I don't think he's really looked all that sharp this year whenever I've seen him pitch, and it's been a little bit better lately, but it's just another one of those things like I don't know. Like I guess technically he's a high leverage guy, but like that's a very loose term. Like I don't know, that'll
Fair.
be like I'm a high leverage guy in that bullpen, basically, is what we're getting at.
The
I don't
lowest
love
whip, or the lowest whip from a bullpen guy that's pitched more than like 10 innings. It's Cole Sands at a 1.37. So
which he's supposed to be your guy right now. Proven it, had a couple good years, but he's also played into this whole back-to-back collapse years. And like, is that just does everyone from that collapse in 24 and 25, do they all just need to go and just start completely fresh with
just
a bunch of
purge.
new faces? Yeah, because we're not that far off from
Well, it's
that
basically what
already.
you've done already. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, this year is just a
I've
just kind
always
of
said that we should bring the
yeah.
purge into real life. We should start with the 2024 Minnesota Twins. Logan, do you want to go
Don't
positive?
That's
I was
crazy.
gonna say one more thing. I don't love to make the excuse about weather, but it is Minnesota, and up here, up north, it has been ridiculously bipolar the first 2 months of the season.
But do you know
And
what else bad weather also affects? Hitting. Because
yes,
when it's cold as crap,
but
you
I'm
don't want
saying
to
this
hit.
old brittle guy, Taylor Rogers, when it warms up, he's gonna be fine. Anthony Banda is an LA guy, Arizona guy, Tampa guy.
I don't know. I
He's
feel
not
like
a Minnesota guy.
I feel
What's
like for the
Sim's
most part the
excuse?
Twins should have an advantage with the cold weather just because they deal with it a little bit more.
I agree.
Like early in the season, like they should use that to their advantage a little bit. But
All right, let's go positive.
I was just going to talk about Connor Prelip and Kendrys Rojas. I think one thing we've kind of found with the Twins that they found was kind of those kind of prospects that I mean, the trade for Taj Bradley too, the trade for Joe Ryan. I think they're starting to maybe kind of prove they can find that kind of talent. The hitting side is still a little ways away, but what we've seen early from Rojas and Prelip has been very encouraging, and they've both been starting games, which is good to see. And hopefully, those are two guys that you can slot in your rotation for the next, 5 or 6 years, which will be good. See Prelup, um, yeah, they're both. I mean, limited action, but both ERA. Let's see, Prelup's at 2.88. Rojas,
He's at a 159.
well, yeah. I mean, hit him is. I mean, they both kind of both. They're going to be starters now. Early on, it might have been long relief, bullpen day type things. But yeah, I mean, they both look pretty impressive so far, which has been great.
The only problem with Rojas, 9 walks and 11 and a third, that's just not gonna fly. That's got to be fixed as soon as possible. And they're doing this
He's
thing
also
with Connor
23.
Prelip. Yeah, they're doing this thing with Connor Prelip. I don't know if it's gonna stick, but he got pushed back because he's only thrown, I think, 150 innings between college and minor league baseball. Since high school, he's thrown 150 innings total. So they're being very cautious with him. And I don't know if they're going to start with a 6-man rotation, maybe when Taj gets back. But
Yeah,
because with how Zebby's looked,
yeah, Zebby's
you
look good too.
you can't send him down right away. Like Bailey Ober, our king, complete game shut piece of course,
The
because why
Maddox.
wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Just
Maddox.
like we all thought that would be the
Yeah.
pitcher that had a complete game
Yep.
shutty for the Twins
Yeah.
this year.
This podcast has always believed in him.
I've always believed in him. I don't know about you, chuckle
I
nuts.
I
Joe
I
was his
have
biggest hater.
no.
You wanted him dead.
I
You would
think
have
Logan is the only
drove.
hater here.
You would have drove to Target Field and curb stomped him.
Good luck doing that. It'd be like climbing a tree. Just to try to wrestle him to the ground. He's throwing you around like a rag doll.
I think that's just the thing that pisses me off about Bailey Ober is that it looks like he should throw like 97 and be
Oh yeah.
dominant, but then like he's topping out at like 89. So that's part of it for it with me too, I think.
But hey, he's getting the job done.
He
That's all
he
that
has been
matters.
so far,
He's playing baseball in 2010,
but I
essentially.
wonder I wonder like almost the opposite of your conversation earlier, like it starts to warm up a little bit. Like, is he going to be giving up some
Is
more
he gonna get
homers and all that kind of stuff? So that'll be interesting to watch too.
Also gonna be throwing 95. Once his arm gets loose, watch out.
who knows? The I think because Mick Abel and Taj Bradley will be back at some point. I think Taj is will be back probably on this next road trip. I'd assume. It sounds like
Seems like it.
maybe at the tail end of it. Um, Mick Abel, I don't really know. I haven't really heard any updates on him, so I'm not sure how long that's going to be.
He seems like one of those cases where he might be healthy for a while, and the Twins just say like, "Why don't you go like take a week off, spend time with your girl or whatever,
Yeah.
like that. Go to Fuji, you know?"
Hmm.
Because yeah, I think they're gonna really slow play Abel.
And Zebby, they said on the broadcast he was taking a bit off of his pitches, like all pitches. He wasn't throwing as hard, and the command started to get there. And he was purposely taking a couple miles off of each pitch so that he could locate it better. And that was his start against the Marlins, where he went 7 shutout. And then we saw it today. He went 6, gave up a 2-run homer, 3 batters into the game, and that
Yeah.
was it. 5 hits total. Like something's working for him
Well,
now
that
that hadn't
was
been there.
well, that was the
He-
thing when he
Yeah.
first got called up.
Hmm.
It was like he's this control god. Like
Yeah,
he does not walk guys. And then the Twins tinkered with him,
yeah,
and he went from sitting like 92 to 98.
yeah.
And you're like, what? How does that just happen like in a year? And then
Hmm.
obviously everything was messed up. Like he like filled out, got stronger, but like something was wrong in his mechanics. And then he's like, no, I'm just kind of Buxton. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna go back to what worked, and now it's working.
Hmm. He threw a career high 102 pitches today, or maybe it was just an even 100.
Yeah,
But
that's one thing with Shelty is he's been letting those starting pitchers ride. I
yeah,
mean, he has to with how bad the
yeah.
bullpen is, but
But I like that,
Hmm.
mhm. For the
especially
most part, yeah.
yeah. There's some times where it gets a little excessive, but I mean, like if you got some of these young dudes and you're like, all right, let's see how they respond. Right? They get up
Mhm.
into that 90 pitch point. Like, what do you got? You gonna be a dog or are you gonna fold?
Any guess on the league leader in earned runs given up is?
Justin Topa,
No,
Simeon was Richardson.
correct. Justin Topa in 19 innings gave up 17 earned.
That's good.
Hmm.
That's really good. That's what you want, right?
Yeah,
My other guess was going to be Miles Michaelis, and he has been bad again this year.
not against the Twins though.
Not against the Twins. Let's remember that.
6.91.
It's not good. Um, all right, I guess just what is what are the Minnesota Twins gonna look like come end of July?
Mm.
Because right now, this team, as I'm looking at it, is in a really interesting spot where their tradable pieces like Caratini and Bell
Mm.
are not playing well. So you're not going to get anything for them. Like they're just going to have to release them if they're getting rid of them. So do they get rid of them if they don't start playing well? If they do start playing well,
You get rid of him.
you get rid of them. But then that begs the question, who's gone and who's coming up? Who's going to replace them?
I've been saying this for forever, but I think Brooks Lee, he's been hitting well enough to show that I think he deserves at bats every day, and I think he's maybe given himself a spot on the team next year as long as he kind of continues this little stretch he's been on. But he's not a shortstop. I think he's got to play third base. Culpepper's had a decent little stretch here in AAA. I'd like to see that on the left side of the diamond starting as soon as possible. I would do it now, but I'm obviously not in charge of anything. But that's where I would start. Like I would put Brooksley at third base, uh, have Culpepper at short, and then obviously just still have Keishel at second, and then you kind of go from there. I wouldn't give. I mean, how much longer do you give Josh Bell? I mean, I don't
They're
know.
going to the Twins are going
He'll,
to running them out there until
yeah.
they're trying to get any trade value out of them whatsoever.
And then do the Twins hope, because I think Jeffers will probably be back before the trade deadline. Do they hope that he gets healthy so you can ship him off somewhere? Like,
My guess is Jeffers will be back second half, right after the break. And then he'll have about a week and a half, 2 week stretch to show that he's healthy. But you also got to look at it. Twins are a game out of the wild card. The AL is absolutely atrocious, and they
Mhm.
have the White Sox, who are ahead of them, have a worse run differential. Twins are only a -4 run differential.
which for this bullpen is
Yes.
crazy.
So, and that's the frustrating thing about all this is like
Hmm.
the AL is so bad that if they had an average bullpen,
Yes.
they'd be in a playoff spot right now.
Hmm.
I mean, and not even just like usually it's just like, oh, the AL Central is bad. Like it's the
No,
AL as a whole. Like
the AL
everybody.
West is
Yeah.
now the worst division because
Yeah.
the 23 and 24 A's would be heading into the playoffs as the 3 seed right now.
As we all projected.
Like the the Mariners have the last wild card spot and they're 23 and 26 right now. Like
That's
the
crazy.
Twins could go 77 and what would that be? 85 and they could get in. That's where we're at right now. That's the state of the American League.
That's absurd.
They just have to find the right. I don't know. Maybe when Mick comes back, does Kendry Rojas become your closer? He's got that legit 98 lefty, little Glenn Perkins type. Throw him out there and see what happens.
I think that's an interesting conversation. Like if they're somehow in the mix a month from now, you start keep getting guys back. Like eventually you're going to have too many starting
Yeah,
rotation spots, but you're going to want pitchers that are been pitching well are going to stay
yeah.
big. So do you move a Rojas or maybe a Prelup because you don't want him to throw as many innings or pitches
Mhm.
or whatever, and you kind of save stuff that way if you're in a position where you're somehow in contention just because it is so bad. Like you're going to have some options there where you can move some guys to the bullpen, so then you don't have to have a bullpen that's full of, really bad relievers.
The only thing I struggle with is seeing the Twins buying anybody at the deadline.
No, it's
Like,
gonna have to be moving starters that they currently
yeah,
have to the bullpen, or
yeah.
I don't know if they really have anybody left that they can bring up,
Well,
but they're not gonna buy anything, no. But I think as people come back from injury, they're gonna have some options to maybe move some people to the bullpen and fill some innings that way, which I think would be helpful. And again, if if they're in contention, I think they would have to. It would be, I mean, but
Tom Pohlad said we're going to contend.
that's
So if he
do you believe
wants
that?
to,
I
I don't,
technically he's right
I
right
don't.
now.
But if he wants to get this fan base back on his good side, right? And he wants to put his money where his mouth is, nut up or shut up, he buys at the deadline. Can you imagine if the Twins are floating around 500 at the deadline? We buy and we actually make a run. Like the city of Minneapolis would build statues to Tom Pohlad at that point because it's the first
All
time that a
right,
Twins
all
owner
right,
has like it's like the
all
first time
right.
in how long that the Twins have actually like
I
gone
think
for
we're.
it. I
50,
wouldn't.
I
16
guess
years.
I mean, you could argue the Tyler Mahle year they kind of had a big deadline, although none of them really worked out.
Yeah, it was
But
great. Tyler Molly, great twin.
Um,
But like if you look at this team, sorry, Joe, if you look at this team with the average bullpen, with a competent third baseman, with a right fielder that isn't flailing at anything, and a first baseman that's not Josh Bell.
or Cody Clemens.
we're getting to a point where that's a lot of ifs. But
But like I'm saying, like Royce goes
yeah, no,
down, someone else
I get
comes
it.
up, or Royce figures it out. Matt Wallner gets shipped into the sun because I don't think he can hit a baseball anymore.
I
And then
don't
we
know if we
find
have to
someone,
shoot him to the sun though.
find the moon,
No, okay, a little
and go.
colder.
Yeah, I think
He,
I mean,
yeah,
you get Abel and Taj back. I think that slides at least one or two extra people to the bullpen. I mean, unless they go a six man, which I think I could see them doing too. But there's a world they just have to stay in it for the next month, which I guess you never know.
they
And
literally
the AL can't stay this bad for the whole year. At some point, it's going to turn around. I mean, this is historically bad. Like usually, you have to get to 83 wins for a wild card, and I'm like maybe that'll be a little bit less. Maybe it'll be more around 500 this year. Maybe three or four games lower than that. But I think it was the Reds last year, and then this is National League. But I think they snuck in with 83 wins.
And it was
Yeah.
like a three-way tie, and
Yep.
they had the tiebreaker.
Yep.
In the Mets' epic collapse.
That was awesome.
Still going. They're going through a Twins right now.
Yeah, how's it feel, Mets fans?
Yeah, deadline
Welcome
day.
to welcome to
Deadline
hell.
day. Lindor gone. Soto gone. Freddie Peralta gone. They're gonna
Come
purge it.
come to the Twins. We'll give you we'll give you James Outman and Josh Bell.
And Cody Clemens.
Yeah, we have to throw one major league caliber player in there. You guys know who has the worst record in baseball right now?
I do, but I have to think about it for a second. It's the Angels.
You know who has the second worst record? You're correct. Do you know who has the second worst record?
Is it the Giants still? Or the Rockies? I think the
Uh-oh.
Giants passed the Rockies now that I think about it.
They did, but neither of them have the second worst record, technically.
Oh, I think I thought is it the Royals?
Nope. They're also bad. Tied with the Tigers, by the way, at 20 and 28.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
that's what I
it
was thinking of.
is it Houston?
You hate to see the Houston
Yeah.
Astros be 19 and 30. Oh,
Well, now 20 and 30 because they won today.
you hate to see it. I don't care. Frick 'em.
They play at noon tomorrow. That's gonna be fun. Will Joe Ryan Wednesday?
Oh, injected into my veins. All right. Any other Twins talk that we need to get to? Now I'm just hating on the Astros for no reason.
I think it's time for the return of random twin of the day.
I mean, we've been seeing all your comments.
Mhm.
We've
We've
been,
heard you. We've heard you. Wyatt was the only one that said
oh,
anything. We
oh my
heard
gosh,
all of
the
you.
thousands of people that have been DMing me. Where's the random twin? Where's the random twin? Okay,
We
get
get it.
off my back. Golly.
Jeez Louise.
Can't do it every episode. There's only so many players that have played for the Minnesota Twins since
Yeah,
they've began as a franchise.
like 30 probably.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Some are saying maybe 40. This player that I have was drafted in the second round of the 2004 MLB Amateur Draft. This player played 16 years in Major League Baseball.
Holy cow.
All
In
right.
those 16 years, he accrued 19.6 WAR.
Wow. Good ball player.
He's a good ball player.
Hmm.
We're not getting any Jordan Schaefers in here. All right.
Come
We got
on.
we got a good ball player.
That was an unnecessary stray towards Jordan
Yeah.
Shea. He didn't do anything.
If you're watching Jordan, don't listen to that
Yeah.
guy.
That
I'm
was
only
unbelievable.
I'm only saying that because I was on his page earlier and he was on my mind.
He's always on mine, but
Oh, Brooks Lee is on your mind, and we know where that's
correct.
at.
Correct.
In his 16 years in Major League Baseball, he was an all-star one time.
One time.
One.
One time.
I'm just thinking if he was drafted in '04 and he played for 16 years, he would have retired fairly recently.
He played from 2007 to 2022. Any guesses so far? What are you guys thinking? What's on your minds?
Okay. I don't even have a name yet.
2022. Hmm. It's Sergio Romo comes to mind.
Don't hate it. This player played 3 years for the Minnesota Twins.
Nope, not Sergio.
Not Sergio.
3-year deal, huh?
In his 3 years with the Twins, he accumulated 3.3 WAR.
How much is that?
In 3 years, he had 3.3 WAR. One of those years with the Twins, he posted a career high batting average of 288. Forgot the next clue that I was going to give. This player won the Johnny Bench Award in college. He's also the recipient of the first ever Brooks Wallace Award, but I figured Johnny Bench would be a better hint. Because clearly we all know who Brooks Wallace is, but
Yep. Yep.
yeah,
Yep. Yep.
yep,
In
yep,
my
yep.
book, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's right up there. All right.
Is it
And
Kurt Suzuki?
bang. It is Kurt Suzuki. The next one that I was gonna give was that I didn't know if I was gonna give it next, but eventually I was gonna say he is a current manager in Major League Baseball. That would have been like the last one to like click.
That would have got, yeah. I feel bad for him
Yeah.
Yeah,
right
he was
now.
he was given a poop sandwich.
And he's
Um,
only got 1 year. That's it.
Yeah, they
It's a
gave him
1 year
1 year
deal.
deal, so yeah.
um, Joe, when you said the 3 year deal, I was
Yeah,
like, because it
kind
was a
of.
1 year deal, and then
Yeah.
he signed a 2 year extension.
He
But
was an all-star in 2014
yep,
when it was at Target Field.
so I was going to give his career path, and I don't know if that would have helped.
I
But
could do it. Let me rattle it.
all right, let's hear it.
We got A's.
Yep,
We got Nationals.
yep,
We got back to the A's.
yep,
And then we got, let's see, Twins,
yep,
Braves,
yep,
who back to the Nationals,
yep,
Angels.
yep.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Um, he debuted at 23 for the Oakland A's, which is crazy
He
especially
hit
for a
well.
catcher. He hit
Yeah.
really well. Yeah. I guess I shouldn't say really well. 98 OPS plus, but 23-year-old
Well,
catcher.
high contact guy. Wasn't
Yeah.
ever a power guy.
Yep.
Except for 2019, I think he had quite a few. But juice ball. So
17, not his career high. 2017, he hit 19 with the Braves. That's his
Sneakily,
career
yeah.
high.
Sneakily good with the Braves in 17 and 18.
mhm.
Mm-hmm. Then he got old, and then the knees started to hurt him a little bit.
He
Been
was a
there,
big
brother.
reason why the Nats won the World Series in 2019, though. Big homer in that
People
series.
people forget.
God,
Yeah.
so that Twins team was so bad that he was an all-star.
It
It
was
was
him
him.
and Perkins.
Yeah.
They closed out
But
that
he,
game.
Yeah.
he was fairly solid, though, that
Yeah,
year.
he
Yeah.
deserved it.
I
All
wonder if
right.
And
maybe, I
yeah,
mean, his numbers overall landed pretty well. I wonder if he had like a good first half offensively and then maybe,
I'm sure he was hitting
yeah,
320 probably that
yeah,
Yeah,
first half,
yeah.
I
would be
think I
my
remember
guess.
that.
Because by the end of the year, he ended like slightly above average, which for him, like
Yeah.
really good year. But
You guys know that the Whoa, Brooks Wallace Award is an award given by the College Baseball Foundation to the best college baseball shortstop.
Kurt Suzuki, known shortstop.
It changed in 2009 to the best shortstop.
Hmm.
I'm gonna rattle off some names here. You ready?
Okay.
So for the first 5 years, it went to not a shortstop. Don't know when they made that switch. Kurt Suzuki, Alex Gordon, David Price is in there, Buster Posey. Pretty good. Now we're gonna switch to shortstops. Jed Jerko.
Yep.
I'm not
Yep.
naming every year sequentially, just naming big
Yeah.
names. Brad Miller, Alex Bregman. Ever heard of him? Trey Turner, Dansby Swanson. Some guy I've never heard of him. Brooks Lee,
Yes.
and then
Because
Matt Shaw in
of course.
2003. Matt
Why
Shaw,
wouldn't
known shortstop.
Brooks Lee, America's shortstop?
He was
At
a
it again.
sophomore.
At it again.
yeah, Kurt Suzuki was
Brooks.
batting. Sorry to cut you off. He
No,
was
it's okay.
batting. He was batting like around 312 by the time of the All-Star break that year.
And
So
it was in Minnesota.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
kind of a
yeah.
Dozier did the home run derby that year.
That went
Kind of
well.
sucked, but
Was
I was
that
just
the
daydreaming about Brooks Lee, and I just want to meet the guy and shake his hand.
what year was that the no bull vote Dozier year?
No, that was the year after. That was 15. And then he got in as a replacement and hit a homer.
Brooks Lee, just
No
like
biggie.
me, for real. We both had knee surgery. That's cool. All right.
Where'd all the
All
time go? Things used to be so fun and exciting.
right. Calm down. You're like 20. Chill.
I just turned 24.
I was
I'm
gonna
getting
say
up there.
24, but I wasn't confident. I
Yeah.
turned 30 in a couple months. Don't remind my wife.
That's a you problem. I you should work on that.
I'm gonna make it a you problem.
No, I already have sisters that are almost 40, so they have to deal with them already and their
What is
sadness.
what is going on with your
My
lights?
I have MLB The Show on my screen, so it lights up my face, and it's the menus are going nuts.
Looks like you're at a rave right
Yeah.
now. It's like the scene of like John Wick where it like strobes and he's like moving through the strobes. Eh, well, that's been the state of the Twins. We definitely didn't scream at our laptops and computer screens, and definitely didn't get goofy at the end.
For like an hour and a half.
Nope, it's fine. But yeah, let all thousands of you let us know
Yeah,
what you want to see from the Twins, what you're frustrated with. What should we talk about next? Because I don't know, man. This
they're.
this team is gonna make me drink more.
I
We can
think
become
they're
I'm
a
trying to slow down.
we can become a Chicago Cubs podcast.
Don't hate it.
yeah, and then I'll just sit here and look pretty, I guess.
Isn't that what you do already?
Yeah,
You don't bring anything else to the table.
no, not really. Except Kurt Suzuki's career path. That's about all I offer.
That's all we need. All right,
I
everybody.
think.
What, you were gonna say something?
Oh, I think the Twins are off Thursday, and then they play like 10 games in a row on the road.
That
So
sucks.
yeah, it's a 10. I know it's a 10 game stretch. I just don't know if they have a day off. But they go to Pittsburgh. Maybe a little Paul Skeens. Perfect game. Oh, catch you, Logan.
I love it. Well, I guess that seals
I
it
guess
then.
that's our cue to skidoo, I guess.
Our cue to skidoo. That's gonna be our new closer. Well, that's our cue to skidoo. Can't even say it anymore. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.